The idea of making a career transition to the programming area seems quite difficult at first, but accepting this challenge can be very worthwhile because the IT market would certainly demand thousands of qualified workers in the coming years. I made the career transition, so I know the ups and downs of this stage. So in this video, I bring you some tips that will help you to navigate this transition in a smoother and a comprehensive way. Hello, I'm Sheila, I'm front-end developer, and I made the career transition to the program field coming from design. And the reason why I decided to make this video is because I know that many people see this process as something painful, sometimes allowing fear to stop them from going on, even recognizing that it's time to explore other fields of knowledge. First, it is important to realize that career transition is a positive thing and recognize that changing in any area of life, not just the professional one, is potentially uncomfortable. After all, it's natural for us to seek stability and continue our ongoing experience. Acting according to what is already familiar brings us a sense of security. So if you have that feeling, don't worry, it's totally understandable. It is important to consider that along our life journey, we can and we must consider change, because these attempts to do something different from what we used to do, are critical to our evolution as a person and as a professional. When we expose ourselves to other contexts, we provide an opportunity to boost our self-knowledge and discover fantastic things about us. Very often, there are talents that are only waiting for a chance to come to light. And when it comes to programming, a career on the rise for quite a time and expected to launch thousands of positions in the coming years, it can be a great decision for your life. Regardless of chosen area, it's important to consider the dynamics of labor environment. New professions are becoming more relevant or being launched faster than we can follow. So consider that nothing is carved in stone. Thinking about other career paths to follow is something very valuable. We massively grow when we address our fear about change, accept new challenges, and evolve as a professional. The second tip about this transition process is figuring out the value of what you do in your new job. See a sense of purpose. It is paramount that this process is aimed to bring something meaningful to your life. If you see meaning in what you do, it will make all the difference when you need to face the challenge related to your work. And believe me, you will in any job you propose to do. The core of the program area, for instance, is about delivering digital solutions to make people's lives easier, allowing information to be more accessible, improving communications, and delivering tasks more accurately, among many other contributions. And let's agree that it's something very valuable, isn't it? And if you want to change the course of your career into the programming area, but for some reason never had any contact with the field, we have a course focused on the fundamentals concepts of programming. This is a plan of study carefully thought to enable you to write your first lines of code right on the first lessons. We'll leave the link here in the video description. The third tip is identify your transferable skills. Something that is often viewed as an obstacle to a career transition is the fear of losing all the abilities built along your current or former careers. We need to remember that instead of being a barrier, it's something that boosts your perspective because everything you have learned becomes part of who you are professionally. In my own example, I have made the transition from design to programming. My years of learning, together with experience with user interface and user experience, have been helping me a lot in my work as a programmer. building an important differential to my professional profile. Something relevant to have in mind is that technology can be applied to any sector like health, education, and financial services. So I suggest that you do a little exercise of figuring out your skills related to the field in which you already have experience, and then think about how it could be added to your new technology career. It often reveals your great element of distinctions when it comes to prospecting a position. It also applies to soft skills, increasingly considered by companies when searching for new talents, and comprising very important behavioral features such as teamwork, communication, decision-making, and multitasking. The fourth tip is that extremely important to determine a study plan so that you can acquire the necessary technical skills. First of all, you need to understand the technology sector at a glance, which are brands like front-end, back-end, data science, so that you can identify which area best fits you and which one you like to work in order to outline what you need to learn. Having done this research and identified the required skills, you will be able to draw a study roadmap and go deeper in the specifics of each area. This is critical because we have a lot of information available about programming. It is easy to get lost among so many resources and wanting to learn everything, leaving an open door to anxiety or frustration. Focus is needed here because if you keep yourself navigating in several fields at the same time, it will be harder for you to retain knowledge. So by choosing a particular area, you'll be able to develop a plan that will be decisive to the progress of your transition. Also, keep in mind that nothing happens overnight. Like every learning journey, it will require resilience from your part. If you start this transition with your feet on the ground, with the right expectations and where they should be, you will accomplish the whole process. To increase the chances of having your first opportunity in the market as a programmer, it is also interesting to think about freelance jobs. In addition to earn an extra income, they will provide you experience by developing applications to solve real market cases. There are several platforms where you can register and promote your service. Just do a little research and you will find a lot of recommendations. If you made this far, comment here what you thought about this video. And if you're looking for a career transition or are currently undergoing this challenge, tell us about your biggest obstacles so we can exchange ideas about it. See you in the next video. Bye!